Hello everyone. Today we will be taking a look at the AutoProver, which is part of Certora's tooling. AutoProver is an agentic pipeline for automatic specifications and formal verification. So this is our agentic formal verification tool, which will infer intent from your code, from your documents, from your design document, threat model, and so forth. It will formalize that intent into implementation to independent properties, compile those properties into CVL rules, and then those rules will be verified by the Certora Prover. Now, before we get more into this, you can go to app.certora.com, in which we will find all of the information and documentation about how the AutoProver works, everything else regarding its execution, its pipeline, and all other beneficial information. You can also take a look at our pricing plans and how they work exactly. So, how exactly does AutoProver's pipeline work? First and foremost, it infers intent from your code or a design document you have wrote in plain language. In order to get started, no formal verification experience is needed, and AutoProver is actually made to be able to extract that intent from the code, from the design document, or if you have any threat models. Now, a design document helps, but is not needed or is not mandatory for a standalone AutoProver run. What happens afterwards is that intent, which was inferred from code and documentation, is converted to formal properties, to CVL rules, which then would be fed to the Certora Prover in order for the prover to formally verify them. And the important distinction here is, where does the agentic or the AI agents workflows come in? So there are multiple agents, which each one of them specializing in a different field. First, specialized agents will run the generated rules, will triage failures, etc. Then a group of so-called feedback agents validate soundness before the results are actually reported. A separate bug counting agent checks for issues which are not covered by the inferred properties. So besides formally verifying everything, we also check for design bugs and bugs in general as part of the AutoProver run. After the CVL rules were fed to the Certora Prover, after the run, you will be able to review results in which the report delivered. You will be able to see all the code bugs, all of the broken properties and design bugs and everything else, and being able to give feedback for each one. All feedback given serves for all further reruns to be more correct and to be with less false positives. We can get started with the workflow by clicking the Start Now button, in which we will be able to log in either with our GitHub or our email. Once inside the Certora tooling dashboard, we will be able to choose between the three engines. And for the purpose of this tutorial, we're choosing the AutoProver. Second, we have the repository in question. Right now, I'm using the mock repo together with the commit hash desired for the run. We're able to select the desired contract that we want proven from this menu here. And in our case, we only have one contract within the repo, but you'll be able to do so for yourself from here. Then we can select the design document as well as any threat models if we have such. After all of it, we're able to go to the preview section, in which we can see the preview of our run, all of the summary from the options we have chosen, as well as the estimate for the billing. Now, the temporary hold will be taken from our account balance, and everything which isn't used as part of the run will be created back to the account. For now, this is how our billing system works, but soon enough, we will have an update in which you will be able to limit the amount of funds that you want to spend per run. Here is an example done for savings DAI, which is a MakerDAO contract, in which you can see the properties which were verified and violated. The violated properties in question here are design decisions, but we're still going to be able to take a look at details and see how the AutoProver has operated here. Keep in mind that for now, AutoProver works only with Solidity contracts, but we are adding new ecosystems as we speak. So when we take a look at the report, we can see the first section, which is the high-level properties, what was verified, what was violated. Then we go to the second sections, which is the formalization gaps, the skip properties, and third and final, we have all of the specs used. And we take a look at some of the properties here. For example, we can go and open details, which will bring us to the Certora Prover, in which we can see all of the details in our formal verification tool, why was it violated, and so forth. Using the generated report, we can directly create a PR from here, as well as download the report in a markdown file format. This was the AutoProver tutorial as part of the broader Certora tooling tutorial series. Please stay tuned for more tutorials coming, and thank you for watching.